On the morning of June 10, the head of state Volodymyr Zelensky once again called on allies not to ignore the intensification of Russian terror against Ukraine. The head of state draws the world's attention to the fact that it was on June 10 that one of the largest attacks on Kiev took place. For the air attack, the Russian army used 315 drones, of which more than 250 were Shaheeds, and 7 missiles, including 2 ballistic missiles of North Korean manufacture. Ukrainian Air Force said that air defense forces have intercepted 284 enemy air attack weapons, 220 of which were shot down by fire weapons and 64 disappeared from radar. Russia used 315 Shahed-type strike UAVs, various types of decoy drones, 2 Kn-23 ballistic missiles and 5 Iskander-K cruise missiles in the attack last night. Kiev was the main target. It is noted that the air defense units shot down 2 Kn-23 ballistic missiles and 5 Iskander-K cruise missiles. Moreover, they shot down 213 UAVs with fire weapons, and 64 more disappeared from radar or were suppressed by electronic warfare. Enemy airstrikes were recorded in 11 locations, with debris from downed UAVs found in 16 locations, the Air Force reported. The air attack was repelled by the Ukrainian Defense Forces aircraft, anti-aircraft missile forces, electronic warfare units, unmanned systems units and mobile fire groups. Ordinary houses, city infrastructure were damaged, even a maternity hospital in Odessa became a Russian target. 13 people were injured. Unfortunately, there are casualties. My condolences to the families. It is important that the response to this and other similar Russian attacks is not the silence of the world, but concrete actions. Actions by America, which has the power to force Russia to peace, Volodymyr Zelensky said.
Вы десь тут живете, да?
Там у меня тут я власник там вот этот американец в Киеве.
Там горит! Там горит в квартире! Ебать!
Все горит, 2 машины сгорело нахуй. Все горит, все люди тут пизда, тут есть умершие походу.
Это пизда. Просто пиздец.
Я иду в туалет, и она там. Я завтра побежал проверять. Ебать! Калитку вынеси.
Это развалины нахуй.
The Ukrainian armed forces continue to carry out asymmetrical strikes against the enemy on its own territory. In Kursk region, Ukrainian fighters surrounded several Russian units at once, and in Bryansk region, they destroyed 3 Iskander-M missile systems, from which the enemy was shelling Kiev. During the strike on the Iskanders, Russian missilemen were killed, including a high-ranking officer. Military correspondent Andrei Tsaplyenko told about the details of these successful operations in his report. During the attempted shelling of Kiev on June 5, a Russian Iskander-M launcher was destroyed. And along with the missiles, the 14 killers who launched them. Half of those killed were officers. Among them was Lieutenant Colonel Oleg Podozorov, commander of the division of the 26th Missile Brigade, Military Unit 54006. Recall, on June 5, Ukrainian Armed Forces units, in coordination with the Security Service of Ukraine and other elements of the defense forces, struck a Russian missile unit concentration area and destroyed an Iskander missile launcher. According to Ukraine's General Staff, a unit of Russia's 26th Missile Brigade stationed near the town of Klintsi in the Bryansk region was preparing to launch a strike on a Ukrainian settlement. Thanks to effective reconnaissance and the coordinated efforts of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the SBU, enemy targets were successfully hit. 1 Russian missile launcher detonated, and 2 others were likely damaged. Bryansk Oblast lies just northeast of Ukraine's Chernihiv and Sumy oblasts, making it one of the key Russian regions bordering northern Ukraine. The strike came as part of Ukraine's broader effort to degrade Russia's offensive capabilities. On the same night, Russia launched 103 drones, including Iranian-designed Shahed suicide drones, and 1 Iskander-M ballistic missile against Ukrainian territory. Targeting missile assets there may disrupt Russia's ability to launch precision strikes, particularly in advance of an anticipated new summer offensive.